You are listening to the Body Charge podcast, and I'm your host, Sandy Sanderson. Welcome to the Body Charge podcast. Today's topic is the proven steps to make big life changes. Many will have made their New Year resolutions by now, but have self-doubt about their likelihood of success to achieve their goals, perhaps due to past failures. What are the proven methods of making big changes and overcoming past bad habits and self-doubt? My special guest today is Stanley Bronstein, an attorney, CPA, life coach, and author of The Way of Excellence Journal, The Way of You, The Way of Us, and The Way of AI. In The Way of Excellence, a structured personal development system, he teaches how to create a new and better version of you. So welcome aboard, Stanley. Lovely to have you on the Body Charge podcast.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
You know, everyone must have gone through at some time making a New Year's resolution and then feeling like a failure a year later where they tried and failed. And the idea isn't to give up, is it? We need to keep trying and working out a better system and a better way to do it. And, you know, sometimes it's good to work out what you need, but also get help from a coach, get help from people who've walked this path before, who've worked out a system. And so what so interests me about your background is that you have dealt in legals and accounting, and so all of those procedures will have helped you tease out the truth, work out systems. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you arrived at this point to be a life coach.
First of all, the decision to change my life, to permanently change my life, took place almost 17 years ago on February 1st, 2009, not January 1st. I, like many other people, had previously made a New Year's resolution. Today is January 5 for me. I think it's January 6 for you. And I made a New Year's resolution that I was going to finally get in shape. Well, like so many people, I didn't follow through on that. Well, come February 1st, 2009, I was 320 pounds at the time. I was 4 months away from my 50th birthday. So that's when a lot of men start, thinking. I was not at my maximum weight. My maximum weight was many years earlier. I was 367 pounds. I don't have that in kilos right now with me right now, but
It's a lot.
yes, it's too much. So I was pretty big. I woke up and I had been thinking over the last month, and I said, Stanley, where are you going to be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing? And I did not like the answer, because do you know what the answer was? The answer was, if I keep doing what I'm doing in 5 years, I am going to be dead. I didn't like that. That is the cold, hard truth. That's about as cold, hard, and brutal as it gets. But I have learned that the first thing you need to do anytime you want to make changes in your life doesn't have to be weight loss. It can be anything. If you want to make permanent, lasting changes in your life, it all starts with you telling yourself the truth, admitting what your problems are, admitting what your deficiencies are, and then taking appropriate action on those deficiencies. Trust me, I had told myself for many years I knew I was overweight. I knew that. That wasn't anything new. But that was the day I finally decided to take action on it. I turned and I looked at my wife and I said, I'm cooked. I'm done. I'm going to start making changes in my life right now. The first change I'm going to start making in my life is that I am going to learn to start eating better right now. Second change is I'm going to start exercising every day now. And my exercise of choice is going to be walking. I picked walking because you didn't need a lot of equipment. You could do it just about anywhere. It was easier to do. So I said, I'm going to do walking. And I told her, I'm going to make these changes. I don't care if you like them or not. I have to make these changes or I'm going to be dead. If you don't like them, there's the door right now. You can walk out right now. I hope you stay and I want you to stay, but I'm going to make these changes whether you like it or not. Now, before I go any further, I'll tell you we're still married.
Can I ask you before you go any further, why this was such a big thing to get your partner on board with you? Was it?
I don't know if it was to get her on board or not. I think it was to I think it was to just a lot of my journey, it hasn't been her necessarily, and this is nothing negative with her. It hasn't so much been in the beginning, especially, it wasn't so much with her supporting what I did as her not stopping me, her
Yeah.
not getting in the way, her not objecting.
So you just asked for moral support, basically.
Yeah, and I told her what I was going to do.
Yep.
I that was the person I had to talk to. I could have told the story to my dog, but I don't think he would have understood what I was saying.
So the message really you were trying to get across is that I'm doing this for myself and I've made this decision for me.
Yes,
No
I
one's
was.
stopped me. Do
Yes, I was being selfish.
in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. There's good selfish and there is bad selfish. I was being selfish. And like I said, we're still married. We've been married over 25 years. And so that's all fine. We get along better now than we did back then, to be honest with you.
So did she come along and share your methods and your different lifestyle practices? Did she come on walks with you?
Yes, absolutely she did.
Yep.
Um, but a lot of my practices, she has adopted them more slowly than I did. As her sense of urgency changed, like as she, you know, got into her 60s and she all of a sudden realized that she was subject to osteoporosis,
Yeah.
like most women, she all of a sudden eating healthy became more important to her. Exercising became more important to her, and all of those things. That's one of the things I've learned is we have to be ready. Like, I, people ask me, did it take me 49 and a half years to change my life? Or did I change my life in an instant? And the answer is it took me 49 and a half years to get ready to change my life in an instant.
So what are the biggest obstacles people face? Is it fear? Um,
Fear is one of them. Fear, absolutely. It absolutely, fear of change. Another big obstacle is belief, lack of belief. Like you mentioned in the introduction, people may have feared or failed earlier. You know, I had failed many times. I had even in the past, I'd even lost 100 pounds and put 60 of it back on.
yeah.
And the only reason I didn't put the whole 100 back on was I did make a few permanent changes. I used to eat meals in the middle of the night. I stopped eating meals in the middle of the night. And that's why I only put 60 back on instead of 40. Instead of 100.
Yeah.
But it's fear absolutely, but belief, lack of confidence, and also it's poor information.
Yeah.
I mean, very poor information.
Education.
we,
Yep. With
huh?
education, we're really not taught at school about how to live a healthy life.
No,
They have sport, so you've got exercise, but we're really not taught. We're taught the food pyramid, which is upside down.
it's
And
wrong.
sugar's okay, but it's not really.
Well, there are two kinds of sugar. If it's fruit sugar, where it has fiber coming along with the sugar,
And all the
the
minerals, the vitamins.
yes, the fiber in the fruit slows down your body's processing and metabolism of the sugar, so your blood sugar doesn't spike,
Yeah.
and it doesn't cause you to get diabetes. I'll give you an example. I have a woman I work with who's one of your neighbors. She lives in New Zealand, and she has diabetes. And her doctor told her quite a while ago, you should be doing a keto diet. Don't eat any fruit at all. Don't get any carbohydrates at all. Carbohydrates are your problem. She did that, and she was chronically constipated, low energy, didn't feel good, and she missed a lot of the food she craved, like fruit. When I started working with her, I explained to her how some types of carbs are okay. The ones that have fiber in them, it's the refined carbohydrates that are bad, like the sugars,
Yeah.
the
There's
white flours.
nutrition and they're very dense and highly processed, which
Yes,
that they spike the blood sugar straight away because the body treats those kind of carbs like sugar, which is
yes,
addictive, and it causes huge metabolic issues. It actually throws your magnesium way out of balance because
yes, it does.
or the lower the magnesium, the higher the sugar sensitivity. And in eating too many processed foods that are stripped of magnesium, you're getting this huge imbalance. And you apparently, according to the science, you need 28 magnesium molecules to turn one sucrose molecule into electrical energy in metabolism. So therefore, your body on this high dense processed carbohydrate kind of diet will be stripping your body of magnesium. You'll be peeing it out a lot. And
Hmm.
that then causes a lot of health issues.
Yes. And you use the phrase too much processed food. I wasn't in the beginning, but I have become a believer that any processed food is too much processed food. It, and so to finish the story with this woman, she started eating plain oatmeal for breakfast with chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds on top. She threw a little quinoa in it also.
There's a lot of fat.
And
Fat's good for us.
yes, and she started eating fruit. And guess what happened when she went back to her doctor? Her blood sugar dropped.
Yes.
Blood sugar dropped radically. Her doctor said, "What are you doing?" I mean, they see the problem is I know in the United States, and I'm assuming it's similar worldwide, nutrition is a very small part of what is taught in medical school.
Yeah.
I mean, I have there is a cardiologist who lives in my neighborhood who's a friend of mine. We were talking about, I was telling him about nutrition, what I've learned, and he counsels people with heart issues. And I was telling him what I've learned, and guess what happened after my conversations with him? He changed what he ate and he lost 30 pounds.
Doctor, heal thyself.
Yes, but they don't know.
Yeah.
Um, they're not aware, they're not taught this. And part of the problem is, I think it's all about money. We are the food company because the the food companies that sell all these processed foods, they add the sugars to them because it makes them taste better. It makes them addictive. You want more of them.
Yep.
And they they push our governments to say it's okay to eat these kind of things. Then we get sick, and when we get sick, we have to go to the doctor. That makes the doctors more money.
They
That
can
makes
sell
the
more
hospitals
drugs.
more money. Huh?
They can sell more drugs.
Yeah, and they sell more drugs, all those things. I mean, now the big thing is everybody take weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of weight loss drugs at all. I do not believe in them. I will support people who take them. I'm not going to shame them.
Mm.
But if people ask me what to do, I will tell them you don't need that.
And we need to be aware that they do cause a lot of severe side effects down the track. So yeah,
Absolutely.
there's no such thing as a free lunch. We can't take shortcuts in the biological system. Uh,
No.
so drugs can be very useful in a crisis. It gets you over a very severe, car accident or something happens, and yeah, give me the drugs. The pain's too bad.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
We're talking about long-term maintenance of the body and good caretaking of the body. And the answer is better food, not more drugs.
Yes. And that was, you're actually bringing me to my next point, which is what I learned over the years, I learned that every time I lost weight and I went back to my old habits, the weight came back on. So what that taught me was temporary changes are going to give you temporary results. But it was when I made permanent changes, the weight stayed off. It's permanent changes give you permanent results. This is a long-term process. It is to live a healthy life, it is a long-term game. And I want to live a very long, very healthy life. In order to do that, that doesn't mean I need to eat healthy today and I can eat garbage tomorrow.
It
It
has to
means,
become a lifestyle and a daily practice. And you have,
yes. And and one of the other things I learned was, you know, people say, well, you gave these things up. Like when I started out, I immediately quit drinking alcohol. I used to drink scotch all the time. I I don't think I was an alcoholic, but if you ask me, was I drinking too much? Yes.
well, it's very dense carbohydrates made
Yes. And full of calories. It's
from
not good.
sugars.
Yes. Not, it's not good, but it's also not good for your brain. It's not good for your body. And so one of the things I learned was I ask a question. Is what I am putting in my body, does it serve me or am I serving it?
Yeah. Who's
Every
in?
time, yeah, every time I drank alcohol, I was serving the alcohol. The alcohol was not serving me.
Yeah. You're a prisoner
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I said no, and I immediately quit. Haven't had a drink in 17 years, and honestly, I don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Well, that's my next question, really. So when people encounter issues, it's usually at the beginning. When they get used to the system, the protocol, the way of living better, they actually really like it much better because they're feeling so good. The food starts to taste better. Your whole microbiome, taste buds, digestive system, everything starts to renew itself, doesn't it? And we just become a better biological machine.
Yes, and I mean, I you do feel better. I mean, I'll give you an example. I eat healthy every day. I'm 66 years old. I walked today, today alone, I walked 25 kilometers today. I'm not tired. I feel great. I have plenty of energy.
Yep, moved your blood circulation around, got more
Yeah,
oxygen in the brain.
Yeah. And I do that just about every day. I mean, I have walked a half marathon or more every day for the last 390 days.
And that's also when your brain releases really good endorphins. They're good
Yes.
brain chemicals that make you feel very happy. And it's the
Yes.
opposite to being depressed. Depression
Yes.
is really a lack of energy, a lack of oxygen in the brain. All your resources are running on low level. And so you're trying to grind. It takes a lot of energy to be happy. So you need the good material in the good food, the vitamins and minerals, and you need to move it around with exercise.
You're right. It's you have your automobile. What kind of petrol are you going to put in your automobile? If you put bad fuel in your automobile, it's going to run poorly. If you put good fuel in it, it's going to run well. Your body is the same thing. Your body is a machine. See, the problem with me was my professions were all mental, my mind, and I was out of touch with my body. I had to get in touch with my body. I had to re-educate my body, but I also had to listen to my body.
Well, that's a big one. People, and when they're detached from their body, they haven't learned to listen to the feedback and interpret what it's trying to tell you, because your body's always talking to you, it's messaging you. So how did you work out the system of listening and acting in the right way?
Well, first of all, I made some mistakes along the way because I'm a human being, just like all your listeners are. I'm not perfect, but the way to work it out is by never quitting. I have a, I call it the way of constant and never-ending improvement. And the the abbreviation for constant and never-ending improvement is CAN I, CANI. And the answer is yes, you can. You, the goal is to be better today than you were yesterday, to be better tomorrow than you were today, and to keep going. And and sometimes, just staying even is a win, you know, because over time, if you're continually sticking with it and you're continually getting better, you will learn things and you will feel healthier and you'll get better. See, I'm just finishing up year 17 of constant and never-ending improvement. It is like compound interest in the bank. You put your money in the bank and you let it sit there. The interest, you get interest on your interest on your interest on your interest, and your money builds. Um, and it's just sticking with it, starting and not giving up, realizing that you are not perfect, realizing that you're going to make mistakes. And it's okay if you make a mistake as long as you learn from the mistake.
It's like
You know,
bike riding, isn't it? You fall off, you skin your knee, hurts a bit, but you get back on the bike and you do it better next time.
absolutely.
Love it.
And eventually you learn to ride the bike. You, but you build power when you do those types of things and be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself. They say fear is a big problem. People usually say, what is the opposite of fear? The opposite of fear is love. Learning to love yourself, caring about yourself, paying attention to yourself, loving your body, even if you're not happy with it, listening to your body. Your body wants to feel good. I learned I spent time, I slowed down. You know, I always used to say that I wish the world would stop spinning for a little while to give me time to just catch up. Well, I had to consciously stop my world.
Yeah, that's a
Kind
mindset. And that's not so easy. I know where you're coming from. It happens to me sometimes. I'm a really busy person and I have my goal. I'm writing my magnesium book. I'm like 60% done. And the last part is becoming so hard because there's always something else to do and I keep pushing that off. Oh, I'll get to that later. I'll get to that later. And then it doesn't happen. So it's a question of creating the space, isn't it? It's a discipline. It's about saying no to the other things and giving priority to the goal. Would you say
okay.
that's about right?
Yes, you're bringing up what I call the four factors that determine whether you're going to be successful or not. Discipline is the third of the four factors, but also I'll go through the other ones first. Okay. Willingness. We've already touched on that. You have to be willing to do what it takes for the rest of your life.
Yep.
You have to be willing. It wasn't until I was willing to learn to permanently eat better and willing to permanently decide to exercise every day. And I had days where I missed it. I had days where I didn't feel good in the beginning. I had days where my knees hurt. I had days where I was sore, but I didn't let 2 days off turn into a week, turn into a month, turn into a year. I got back on and I kept going and going and going.
It's an
You-
attitude. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, you're right. But you have to be willing. The second one we also touched on is belief. This whole, I'm a confident man. I have had a very successful career, done very well in my career, achieved a lot. But would you believe me if I told you the experience of losing 220 pounds, which I'm doing the math right now? Ah, that's approximately 360 kilos.
So your whole identity would have changed. You would have felt, I'm a different person. This,
I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person I was. But the experience of losing that much weight and keeping it off blew my mind, literally. It surprised me.
yep, and gave you
Uh,
confidence.
yes. So what it taught me three things. The first thing is that I am more powerful than I ever imagined.
That's a belief.
Yes.
Have to have it
It's it's not even a belief. I know it. I feel it. I know it. I am more powerful than I ever imagined. Second thing it taught me is that it made me ask a question. And the question was, if I could do this, what else is out there waiting for me to do that I haven't done yet?
Oh, unlimited, unlimited
Yes,
potential.
yes, absolutely. So it made me start questioning what should I do next, which is when you start asking me, when we get to the point about the projects I'm working on right now, that's what the next is, the things I'm doing next.
So if
Um,
people want to find out more about what you're doing and up to and what you've written and your protocols, where should they go? What's your website?
My website is thewayofexcellence.com. No spaces, no hyphens. Thewayofexcellence.com. And if they go there, they can, I actually have 6 books in the series, some that you didn't list. They can download any or read them online for free.
Wow.
I have I have made them all available for free because that is my way of giving back
Yep.
for all the good things that have happened to me. Now, there's also a link at the bottom if someone wants to work with me directly or join one of my groups. I'm putting together groups. Join one of my groups. Those cost money, but you don't have to do that. But there's a link at the bottom. You can email me if you want to email me. Or if you read something and it helped you, just email me to let me know it helped you. But I'm making these things available for free because not everyone has money. Not everyone wants to spend money. But one of the interesting things I've found is people value more the things that they pay for than what they get for free. It's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, but they really do.
But
Um,
the things that you try for free, like a free sample, it's just a taster to dip your big toe in to see, well, it's okay. It's not the,
I'm giving the whole thing. I'm giving you the full thing.
yeah,
I'm not giving you the sample. It's there. Everything you need is there. If you want to take it and you want to adopt it and you want to listen to it, good. I'm glad that it helped you. I'm giving you the free sample
yeah.
because
Extra cost though, when you're getting a coach or you're getting to be part of a group, and there's a lot of extra effort involved in that more
sure,
attention.
yes, there is. So that's why I made it available both ways. I because there's I mean, don't get me wrong, I love money like anybody, but the mission that I am on is more important than the money. It is.
Yep. And we all need to be part of a big mission on a spiritual.
Yes. Yeah. So so the third thing I learned is that if I could do this, if I'm more powerful than I ever imagined, so is everybody else.
Nice.
I am no more special than you are. You are no more special than I am. We are all special. All of us.
We can make
Every single,
we can make a decision for ourselves in a powerful way, which is for our best interest. And then there's an overflow. When we look after ourselves, we're looking after the others around us and whoever we.
yes. That I talk about that in one of the other books on the website, The Way of Us,
Yep,
where I encourage people to move from me to we,
yep,
where because we absolutely should help each other. We
yeah.
should be kind to each other. We live in an incredible, very mixed up world right now.
Yeah, it's so separated and divisive, and that's what causes opposition and fighting and wars. It's separation. It's people who have lost or maybe they didn't have it, but they don't know who they are. And they make assumptions about other people, and they're often wrong because we have a lot of miscommunication, misinformation, acting out on things that are not truthful. And so it's a mess. But when people get back to ground zero of who they are, connect with that truth, they're more able to interact, more able to connect with other people.
That is correct.
And everything improves. The joy of life improves. Happiness
You,
improves.
you know what I call that? I call that putting your oxygen mask on first.
Yep.
When you get on an airplane, I'm assuming it's the same in Australia as it is in the United States. They tell you if you're traveling with a small child and the masks come down, put your mask on first.
And then help everyone else. Yeah.
Yes, it's the same thing. If you take care of yourself, you are better able to help others.
Well, I'd like to finish on that note because it's coming to an end, and it's a really positive note to finish up on. That it's very powerful. Anyone can make the changes. You just have to make the first decision to do it.
Can I add one thing to what you said?
Yes.
You don't have to make the decision to do it. You get to make the decision to do it. It is not something you have to do. It is something you get to do.
One.
You are still alive, so you have the privilege to make the changes.
Yes. You have the right, the divine
Absolutely.
right to choose good from bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's choose some good. Thank you
Yes,
so
please
much. It
do.
was been lovely chatting with you, Stanley.
It was my pleasure as well. Thank you.
Cheers. All the best.
Thank you.
I hope you liked this conversation and will share it with others. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you want to listen to other Body Charge conversations, click like, subscribe, the bell icon and click all notifications. Subscribe to our newsletter to get updates on blogs, podcasts, videos, and magnesium special offers at electromagnesium.com.au. Relax, recharge, and recover.